This image corresponds to Warangal. They say it's a fort in ruins. The interesting thing is the walls are missing, but the 4 gates are standing. It's a coincidence, I guess. The architecture, it's so intricate that it really makes me doubt that people in the year 1300 would devote so much time to make buildings like this, and hundreds of years later the same people cannot make these kind of structures with this kind of detail. This is, by the way, about 33 feet tall. It's pretty breathtaking. The base of the 33 feet structure, in some cases I heard it's 5 feet tall. So why would somebody make a gate so high? I mean, you would have to use a ladder to be able to climb onto the gate to get in, and then another ladder to go down to the other side, unless these were some other type of gates. Some of you know that I have been turning every stone, as the saying says. I am leaving no stone unturned in order to find answers to everything. And being that I grew up in the West, I was taught, I was taken to a Christian church in the beginning. I do not believe in the Christian church. I don't believe in any churches now. But I do believe that we have to find the one, the grand I am, the I am, God. And if you have seen previous videos, I've given enough evidence that the secret name of God is I am, and that means that I am. It means that every one of us is actually a part, and it is complete God, just like a drop of water, part of the ocean, and the ocean is part of the drop of water. I saw that we had to shed our blood on the cross, right? The Christ, in order to save everyone, has to partake in this shedding of blood. Well, I completed my 3rd or 4th shedding of blood, although also called as blood donation, on the cross. This time it's called the Red Cross. And I realized that the Christ has to in some way sacrifice something, right? So then I realized, what is the next thing? And the next thing is fasting, right? Now, after you shed your blood, you actually resurrect on the 3rd day. That's what is said. Coincidentally, if you are dead, then you're not eating, right? So I started thinking, maybe I should fast, right? So I donated blood. About 3 weeks later, I decided to fast for 3 days and 3 nights, 72 hours. I was feeling very hungry. But then on the 2nd day, I was feeling very excited. Like I was getting closer to myself, to the oneness. And I was feeling the power, the amazing power. And then finally I got to the 3rd day, right? And now science, which cannot really be trusted, because the science we get is the best science money can buy. But they are telling us now that fasting activates the production of stem cells. And when you create enough of these, you will essentially grow younger. And I can say that after the 3-day fast, my brain was working a lot better. And I felt so much better. I had a backache going into the fast. And after the 3 days, no more backache. I got rid of some unwanted fat. And once I got eating again, I tried to eat very healthy. I continued to do that. It's been about 3 or 4 days since I finished the fast. And I have kept the undesired fat off me. So this is good. Do I feel younger? Is it working? I mean, for some of you have followed me, and it's been a while. I've been doing some fast. I've been fasting for some time, but this is the first time I did a 3-day. And 3-day really caught my attention, because it is said that the Christ rises on the 3rd day. So the Christ is the one who sheds the blood, right? I mean, the Christ is the one who saves the world. And this is what we are doing here. We, by shedding our blood and writing our intent that we will, that we desire, that we want to bring heaven on here on earth, or you can call it hell also, which is what I call it, because earth at the end of the day is heart, and hell is where we are. So I like to be specific and saying I want to bring heaven to hell, right? And we gain the power to be able to change this world. I've also been analyzing Jack. Who is Jack, right? Do you know who's Jack? Well, I've come to the conclusion that Jack is you. And you have to look at the signs. U-turn, right? There's something being said there. Jack in the box, right? Well, I finally figured out that box is actually talking about the coffin. So they're trying to tell us that Jack is in the box. Jack is dead. And it is time to resurrect Jack. And there are so many sayings about the Jack. Hijacked. There's Jack. It's jacked up. They jacked me up. And it goes on and on and on. The list of things. So we are being given hints every day. Writing our intent is extremely powerful. This is how we can change the world. We gain the authority, the ability to be authors, by shedding our blood and declaring our intent to the universe. And now we have this power. So we fast for 3 days. We resurrect. And we gain more power, more ability to use our powers, because these powers are ours. We just don't know how to use them. And there was a man, well, the same Christ story, they say that he was in the desert for 40 days and 40 nights. And they say also, they talk about Moses, who also fasted for 40 days and 40 nights. And when he came down from the mountain, his face shone. It was shining. That's what the story says. I got this insight. I just thought that what if I were to complete 40 3-day fastings? Maybe do a 1 3-day fasting every month. Maybe do it every 3 weeks. I don't know. But while I am creating the solutions to get to this land of Hyperborea, which is in the North Pole. And if you missed the Hyperborea information, look at the previous videos. There's evidence, it's there. So while we get there, and while we get to the fountain of youth, we can activate our own fountain of youth. Remember, as within, so without, right? The macrocosm is a microcosm also. So I become convinced we got the fountain of youth within us. Am I seeing results? I would say yes, I am. I feel better. I'm looking better in many ways. By better, I mean younger. People are coming to me and thinking I am a lot younger than my age. I get people telling me this all the time. I am not looking to just have a compliment, but I'm looking for evidence. And when I take a picture, when I look at myself in the mirror, I see that something is happening. You don't believe me? Listen to the science folks there. They also will tell you that rats in studies that fasted or were deprived of so many carbohydrates lived 140% longer. But the most amazing thing is they were younger, longer. Who wants to live 140 years and not even be able to move? Nobody, right? Love you all. Take care.